Hey, good morning. This is Mohit on the 16th of January at about 2 o'clock US Eastern. Today, I'll be talking about data extraction from IRS W8 beneficiary form using Power Automate, right? This is a continuation of the work that I've been doing on the power side. But just real quickly, what exactly are we going to talk about and what are we going to cover here? So here is the IRS W8 beneficiary form, what that looks like. So this is something that I've downloaded and I've filled in here. As you can see, there's all of these different field elements, and these are also going to be, all of these numbered items are going to be the ones that we will eventually look to capture in the extracted data right from here. So going back to the solution itself, and what we are trying to cover over here is essentially there are two parts to the solution. The first one is what I'm calling as model building, where I've built and trained my own custom model for extracting the information from the form using AI Builder in Power. And as you can see, it has a pretty high accuracy. The only caveats are that this has been trained on a very limited sample size, obviously. And then the other part is that it's not currently meant for handwritten forms. I haven't trained the model. I've not tested the model on handwritten forms. But if they are typed in, like the one that I was showing earlier, then we have a pretty high accuracy rate in the model itself, right? So that's the first part of it. The second part is the actual flow building in Power Automate, which is where I've collected a bunch of these sample forms, uploaded them into my Google Drive, and then from there I'm having triggering a Power Automate flow manually, which is going to call this model, and then the model is going to read into all of these forms and then extract the data, and then it is going to upload into a Google Sheet here, right? So that's what essentially the solution is going to be around. Let me quickly flip over to the Power Automate just to show you exactly what the flow looks like and something. But before we go to the flow, actually, let me show you the model itself. I included a screenshot of the accuracy and all of that, but this is something that I think is important to know. This is something I just worked over yesterday, as you can see over here. But real quickly, if I go into the model itself, it shows here the accuracy score. It's pretty good. And then of course here is a list of all the different attributes that we are going to be actually extracting from the form itself. So that's it. Flipping over to the flows over here. Again, just continuation of some work that I had done on the invoicing side almost a year back. This is something new that I created. So here's the flow itself. What I will be doing is, let me show you the flow first, and then we'll get this thing moving. So it's a manually triggered flow. Here's a list of files, all of those forms basically that are kept in a Google folder, and from there it'll pick up all of them, parse them through the model, and then insert the flow into that Google worksheet, right? So that's what we have over here. Just in terms of the output, what that should look like. Here is a blank template of the Google Sheet in which we are going to be capturing all those fields that we have identified in the form, right? And we would see this getting built up as the flow will execute. All of that extracted values are going to show up over here over the course of next minute or two, right? So let me start the flow, and we can see the actual execution of this. So I'll go here, test the flow, and I will start it. As we can see, we got a successful run message here. We see that the files are getting picked up here. There are 7 of those forms, so it has picked up the first one, and it is pushing that particular one through the model, which will eventually get inserted into the Google Sheet that we have created. So as we are seeing this, let's quickly flip over. There you see the first one came in. That's the first of those forms that we had over there, and slowly and steadily we'll see all the other forms and the extracted details also getting captured over here, while the piece is getting executed. So that's the second one coming in. Again, these are all basically forms that have been typed in, right? So we had a pretty good kind of a structured form, and in that structured form, the data obviously from if you consider handwriting, then this was pretty much typed in, so it was pretty standard, relatively easier for models like these to pick up. Obviously, as you increase the handwriting part, it becomes more tricky. So that is something that I haven't yet introduced, but this part is already pretty self-explanatory. These are all the extracted values that we are seeing here from the forms, and I'll quickly flip over to one of the forms and show you the details so that we can match it up over here with what we are seeing here. So we have 7 forms in the folder. We already got 5 of them extracted pretty quickly here, and then there's just 2 more that are remaining. So while we do that, let's see what form do I have opened up over here. At this point we have 6 of them. Okay, so this is Willie 3 Wonka Jr. Country of citizenship is Bora Bora, and if we see here, that's the very first one that we extracted. Country of citizenship, as you can see, is Bora Bora. Permanent residence, over here we can see this is 34 Nowhere Land, and we see that 34 Nowhere Land over here. Fictitious city, United Kingdom. Fictitious city, United Kingdom over here. Mailing address 6 Imaginary Circle, Dreamsburg, United States, which is what probably we see here. 6 Imaginary Circle, Dreamsburg, United States, and that's how we can see all the details getting captured. Okay, so now we've it has reached here. It has extracted all the 7 forms and the information from those 7 forms. Let's flip over to see at the flow here, and we have check marks here. The flow has completed. Your flow ran successfully, right? So that's essentially the demo that completes the part. I thought this might be helpful. Thank you for listening in, and we'll talk more. Thanks. Bye.